Fun painting workshops in Nashville and New York. I'd like to demonstrate two different trees. We're going to do one with sponges and the other one is with a brush. We're going to start off with the trunk of the tree using 1/2 inch flat brush. I'm using my black paint and I'm going to put in the trunk of the tree. These are the roots, and what I'm doing is I'm just using my brush very flat, and without turning it or twisting it, I'm just going straight out to the side. And then I'm going to make my branches by just pulling out from the trunk and separating the trunk of the tree. The next thing I'd like to do is take my sponge, and I'm going to use two different colors of green. I'm going to twist my sponge and pinch it so that it's got sort of a little round shape to it. I'm going to start with the darker green, and I'm going to put in the leaves of the tree. The next thing I'd like to do is give it some highlights. So I'm going to use a lighter green. This is a citron green or a lime green. And I'm just going to highlight the top portions of each of these groups of leaves. And that's our basic sponge tree. And I want to show you another tree using a brush, starting at the bottom and then coming straight up. I'm going to kind of twist my brush just a little bit so that it's a little bit narrower at the very top. Now this tree is going to be more like a pine tree, so I want it to be a very dark green. I'm going to use my black paint and I'm going to blend it with my dark green and use the dark green for the branches. And I'm going to use just a tapping technique. I'm just kind of twisting my brush just a little bit, and the paint is coming off of the brush, a little bit of green and a little bit of black. The next layer of the tree, the branches come out a little bit more. I'm just flattening my brush and pulling it in towards the trunk. You can put a little bit of space in between because the pine tree is not always exactly perfect. And that's how you do a basic sponge tree and a tree with a paintbrush.